You're listening to I Love This TV Show, The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls, Season 3, Episode 14, Blanche's Little Girl. Original air date, January 9th, 1988. In this episode, Sophia comes home exhausted. She is upset because she got docked half a day's pay at her job for using the incorrect greeting. Blanche joins them in the kitchen. She got a postcard from her daughter, Rebecca. She is coming to visit in 2 weeks. Blanche describes her daughter and how beautiful she is. She wanted to be a model and left for Paris. She's been gone for 4 years. The next day, Sophia is organizing a strike at work. Dorothy informs Sophia that she moves some of her stuff into her room so Rebecca can stay there. Blanche is extremely nervous about her daughter arriving. The doorbell rings and Blanche freaks out. She's not ready to see Rebecca. Sophia gets the door. She is surprised by the fact that Rebecca doesn't look like a model. Rose doesn't help. Dorothy handles the introductions. Blanche finally joins them and the two hug. Blanche has noticed that Rebecca is not model-sized anymore. Blanche volunteers to help Rebecca lose weight, but it goes in the wrong direction. Rebecca reminds her that if she can't respect her as she is, she will have to leave again. That night, Sophia returns from her meeting with her boss. It did not go well. All the senior citizens who work there are going on strike. Blanche is nervous about meeting Jeremy. Rebecca and Jeremy arrive. Jeremy is rude to Rebecca almost instantly. His jokes make everyone uncomfortable. After dinner, Jeremy compliments the food and then insults Rebecca again. The three discuss Jeremy in the kitchen. No one is happy with how he talks to Rebecca. Blanche is not going to step in because she does not want to lose Rebecca again. Sophia joins them in the kitchen. She had to escape. Rebecca and Jeremy are planning to get married, and she couldn't listen to another word. Blanche goes back out in the living room to find out if it's true. It is. Blanche is speechless. She runs out of the room crying. It's another day, and Blanche is taking Rebecca and Jeremy to a baseball game. He makes another comment that is offensive, and Dorothy politely gets him back. He makes one last comment, and Dorothy just about explodes. Dorothy yells at Rose about her St. Olaf stories. Sophia comes in the kitchen with the other seniors from her job. Her boss is coming over. Her boss is a pimply-faced teenager. Sophia tells him a story. He then informs the women that he is firing all of them. One is even his grandmother. She knows the truth about the dent in his father's car. Rebecca is getting ready to leave. The doorbell rings, and it's Jeremy again. He gets very impatient. Blanche starts to lose her patience. She ushers Rebecca into the kitchen. Dorothy and Rose give him quite the look, and he looks afraid. Blanche asks Rebecca why she is marrying this guy. She tells her it's because she wants a husband and a family, and she might not find another guy. Rebecca gets upset and storms out. Blanche is so upset she goes to bed early and alone. Rose tells a story about her grandmother. Blanche joins them in the kitchen. All three tell her they agree with her talking to Rebecca about Jeremy. Being a mother is not easy. The doorbell rings. Blanche goes to the door and finds Rebecca there. Rebecca tells her she was right. They make up. It's another day, and Rebecca really heads home. All four ladies seem sad. Each one lets out a sigh of their own. Favorite quotes. Dorothy. What happened, Ma? Did Butch and Sundance steal your seat on the bus? Blanche. I'm not ready. I need more time. Rose. It's been 4 years. Blanche. Well, I need 5 more minutes. I just need 4 years and 5 minutes. Sophia. You're Blanche's daughter. The model? What did she model? Car covers? Rose. I haven't heard anyone insult someone like that since Lars Svensson accused Eric the Red of being a coward and called him yellow. Dorothy. Blanche, this is different. He is downright cruel. Rose. It's not like Blanche to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Sophia. At least not by herself. Rebecca. All the way to the airport, I was thinking about what you said. How much courage it took for you to say it. That's when I realized how much you must really love me. No matter how many times I watch this episode, it still upsets me just as much as it did the first time I watched it. Jeremy is a completely abusive jerk. He may not physically hit her, but he verbally abuses her, he emotionally abuses her, and that is equally as bad. Abuse is abuse. Now, I understand Blanche saying, no, I don't want to lose my daughter again, so I'm not going to say anything. Her daughter is strong-willed, like she is, so that does make sense. But, oh my gosh, the things that he says, just time and time and time again. It's not like one random thing here, one random thing there. Every single thing that comes out of his mouth is rude, disgusting, offensive, and abusive. I don't know if he just likes the way he sounds. Maybe it makes him feel like he's a tough guy. But he's not a tough guy at all. He's just a jerk who needs to be brought down a peg. And I understand how difficult it was for Dorothy and for Blanche and for Sophia and for Rose to not just come right out and say something. You know, I mean, Dorothy held on until he started making the jokes about the baseball game and Rebecca being a bigger everything. And then she responds back, not everything, Jeremy. You know, because she's not the bigger jerk. You know, she seems like she's very kind and nice, and she's tolerating all his abuse. You know, when Blanche finally like sits her down and says, "Why on earth are you marrying this man?" And she says, "Well, I want a husband and I want a family, and I don't know if I'll find another man who will take me." You know, I think that that's a problem, a big problem throughout all of society. Because someone is less than what has been considered the standard on social media and newspapers and magazines, etc. If you're not pencil thin, you're not perfect. Well, maybe those people that are pencil thin, some of them might not be healthy. You know, if you're overweight, you might not be healthy either. And it's just horrible that people think that just because they don't meet this social norm, that they have to settle for something less than they deserve. And no one should ever be in that situation. Everyone should always have someone who treats them with respect and with kindness and with courtesy and with care and with love, not with insults and abuse and offensive comments. That's just beyond horrible. You know, and I was excited in this episode that all of the girls were equally horrifically offended by this guy and could see him for what he was. And I guess, really, truthfully, Rebecca did too, and she just decided she could put up with it and gloss over it so that she could have the life that she wanted. But with that kind of abuse constant, how long can you honestly put up with that or pretend that it's okay or that it's not happening? You know, no one deserves that. It's horrific to be told that you're always not good enough, you're not perfect enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not thin enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough. Everyone is who they are, and who they are is enough. And there's just too many people that think they can destroy others just for their own personal gain or entertainment. And it's really horrific, and it really does need to be stopped. No one needs to be pencil thin to be beautiful. It's just not normal. You know, in previous cultures and in previous even centuries, larger women were beautiful and the skinny ones were considered ugly. You know, it's a weird societal thing. I think that as long as a person is healthy, that is what matters. If you're not healthy, then You have a lot more problems than just how you look or who you're with. And everyone deserves to be treated with respect and with dignity, whether they're tall or they're short or they're skinny or they're fat or they're smart or they're not smart or they're successful or they're still trying to be successful or they're in school or they've completed school. Everyone is a human being and everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and with respect. Thanks for tuning in to the I Love This TV Show podcast. If you would like to make a donation in support of this podcast, you can through Cash App to Pasta26MC. That's pasta like the food, the number 2, the number 6, M as in monkey, C as in cat. If you would like to sponsor this podcast or advertise on it, please send an email to podcast@pastasworld.com. As always, you can go to pastasworld.com for more information.